Okay, we're live. We're live. Looks like everything's good so far. And, yeah. Okay, let me turn down the intro music. We don't need that anymore.
I'm not hearing intro music.
Oh, that's on my end. That's just how Streamlabs OBS works. I have like an intro music going on through Streamlabs, but then you don't get to hear it on your end, unfortunately.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if you notice, I did a little remodeling with our presentation here.
Nice.
Yeah, so,
We're all sharing the second guy slot.
yeah. You guys are all sharing to you're all the second guy. And
Man, this is so uncomfortable in the tux, especially with you, Nick.
Hey, I'm the one with my... I'm not the one whose tail is jabbed, like, in between my legs in an uncomfortable place. Oh, wait, I am!
I bet you have an easy spot, SGD, because you don't have any figure. You're like an amorphous concept.
Yeah.
Question. Yes.
Okay. So I'll go. The order is I go first, and who goes second?
I go second.
Yeah, you go first. Comment. Ninjana goes second, and then we could do
SGD goes third.
Then I'll go after him, and then Nick finishes off with a more big brain topic.
Big brain.
Yeah.
The Dr. Satame topic.
Dr. Saltame. No, while Dr. Saltame is a big brain, this isn't really big brain. Now to preface the certain topic that Nick specifically is covering could potentially lead into little politics, but we're gonna be focusing more on tackling it from an angle of character assassination rather than the woke people are in charge. Like we don't really give a shit about that. We're gonna be examining it through like why is this a character assassination, etc. That's so just a little preface there. All right, now okay, we got one viewer. That's cool. So before we do anything, little house cleaning, but not too much house cleaning. More like just something I want to show off. Actually, let me just solo avatar here. You can see I got a new camera here. So
Nice.
yeah, actually let me light myself up. There we go. That's better. So I got a new camera. Look at that. Yeah, my hair's a mess because I just came out the shower. And also, check this out.
Yeah.
Yeah, found it at Target today. It was the last one, so I got Godzilla vs Kong, and then
Best Batman v Superman movie.
yeah, and then and yesterday I did a really short unarchived unboxing stream testing the camera, and there I unboxed this guy, Starscream.
Yeah.
Lord Megatron.
Yeah.
Lord Megatron, please, I assure you I am totally not going to betray you.
Shut up, Starscream!
Shut up, Starscream. No one likes you.
Shut up, Starscream. Nobody likes you. Ah.
No.
Alright. Now, with that out of the way, we can now move on to our subjects. So, first off, let's go with Black Comet here. So, Comet, you're covering Metal Wolf Chaos. What's this all about?
Metal Wood Chaos.
Oh, Metal Wolf! Oh, that's a typo. That's a typo. Don't worry. I can fix it. Calm
We
down.
have a fugitives. His name is Metal Wood.
Yeah, Metal Wolf. Don't worry. Everyone calm down. I can fix this. If Streamlabs will cooperate. There we go.
I can wait.
There, see? Simple fix. Metal Wolf Chaos. I will admit, I kind of prepared this a little bit last minute last night. Before I went to bed after watching a Black Widow, which was terrible, terrible movie. Which by the way, a little, I guess, advertisement that will be related to my topic for next weekend, for the next 2 Cents show next weekend, where I'll be covering something related to Black Widow. So with that out of the way, comment. What is Metal Wolf Chaos?
You see, Metal of Chaos, or as I like to call it, the United Japanese President Simulator.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's a game where you play as... Okay. You see, it's a game where you play as the 47th President of the United States of America, Michael Wilson. Michael Wilson, the 47th President of the United States of America, who was betrayed by his Vice President, Richard Hawk, the most hammiest villain of all time. I mean, the voice acting in this game is like bad, but it's like so bad it's good.
Okay.
You see, now the intro of this game is by the end of the first quarter of the 21st century, freedom was dead in America.
Oh no.
Beginning with a large-scale coup d'etat that erupted in various cities throughout the nation, the rebels seized power in all the central institutions of government. The entire nation appeared to have fallen completely into the hands of the coup d'etat forces. However, one final hope in opposing the coup d'etat forces remained. This final hope being the U.S. President himself, Michael Wilson, the 47th President of the United States of America, equipped with a special mobile armor ops suit developed in secret by the military body. Military boldly waged his own personal war alone to take back America's freedom.
Thanks. I'm glad my tax dollars went into that.
Well, I mean, look. If our taxpayer money is going to creating giant mechas to fight in, then hell yeah, that's worth the investment.
Yeah, that is so much worth the investment. I am willing to pay 25%.
Look, listen,
just so I can get a mecha.
I'm not a big advocate for taxing, but if taxes goes to this, then sure, why not?
Now, this game was made by Japan, so there's some unique views of America, like the Alcatraz cannon. Apparently, we built a cannon on Alcatraz, and we have a hidden Air Force One airplane runway under the reflecting lake between the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument.
Nice.
Now, I must preface this: I wasn't able to finish the game because I got stuck on this one level.
Okay.
And I couldn't destroy all the gas canister, so I had to watch Let's Plays. But essentially, you play the president, and you just go to city and city to take back America, while just causing who knows how much money in collateral damage.
I'm not looking forward to paying in taxes.
Yeah, congratulations, Autobots! We've defeated the Decepticons, and only 50 people were killed in the crossfire. A new record.
And if you play this game, the best lines come from Michael Wilson and Richard Hawks, and then Jody comes up with all these operation names that are way too long. Something I forgot what it was called. One was funny enough, you start in California, and then you work your way from California from the West Coast to the East Coast, and it's I don't know how this got. I just then you fight all these you fight these bosses like a super helicopter. We apparently have a super tank,
a super helicopter.
Yes, and apparently a giant robo spider, and you get all these weapons like Gatlings, giant Gatling,
a giant mechanical spider.
Yeah, yes. Of course. Come on, you know about that. Come on, Metal Gear Rising. Tell us that we put investments to a giant robot spider that a senator can ride in.
So you're telling me
Yeah.
this game was made by the same people who made that unmade Superman movie with Nicolas Cage?
No, it was made by From Software, who did Dark Souls and Armor Core.
God damn it! I wish people got the reference. I feel. Nick should,
Yes,
Nick should
we
know the
got-
reference. Don't
I do know the reference.
don't you
It
gas,
wasn't
don't you
funny.
gaslight me like last time, Nicholas.
No, I do know the reference. I just didn't say anything.
And also, it's like a parody of like. Also got a parody like it's well overall it's a parody, but it got this parody of CNN called DNN, and this reporter keep as he try to tape out Mary, he trying to gaslight. He keep gaslight you because he thinks you're the bad guy, and then there's like all this like propaganda by Trader's Vice President Richard Hawks.
That doesn't sound like propaganda.
Uh,
I mean,
Yes, but
are you
and
sure
I
this-
got.
no, I'm sorry. I forgot what I was gonna say. Continue.
And I believe there's one. Then like they convert like the last of like convert the White House to the Fight House because like you got fortified to all get out. Then there's this one scene where Michael was in the next suit took like this super heavy this mega tank that takes up the entire Golden Gate Bridge, lifts it, and just like turns it around, like spin around with it, screaming, "How do you like me now?"
Fantastic.
Yes, and the best thing apart,
Mhm.
but everything he does, the one reason he does everything is because I quote, because I'm the president of the great United States of America.
Yeah!
Sounds reasonable to me.
America!
America.
And the final boss,
America. Fuck yeah.
Yeah!
also the final boss,
Mm-hmm.
it's easy to defeat, but you have to stop some super weapon from firing this missile, and on the missile it says "Merry Christmas."
Nice. Oh, this takes place during Christmas?
No, I think that that's like the Japanese just put that on there.
Ah,
So like how like in Macross, there's like one of the Macross series, there's like this missile that says Budweiser on it.
that's how you do product placement.
You just
Take-
named missiles, huh?
Take lessons, Michael Bay. You don't need to have a scene of Marky Mark drinking a Budweiser on top of someone's car.
You just throw a Budweiser logo on a missile.
I say this again, but Richard Hawk is in this game is like in the game is like the hammiest of ham villains. It's like, like that's not. I'm not too off. And when I laugh like that, I'm not off.
That
He
sounds
literally
amazing.
laughs. He literally laughs like that. It's like making all these like strange like lines like, "Oh, look at all the people running around for my robot." So it's like Mardi Gras, and it's like the city is like Mardi Gras,
Mhm.
and like, and then there's one scene like, "Michael, oh, you love me that much, Michael? Well, I love you too. In fact, I love you so much that I can't stand it. I love you so much that I want to destroy you."
Sounds amazing.
Also, there's a weapon called a shark gun.
A shark gun?
Yeah, I think it fires sharks. And then there's a
Dora
weapon.
must have loved that weapon.
Then there's a weapon I think there's shotguns weapons that fire confetti
Uh-huh.
and money.
Nice.
It doesn't do. I don't think it does anything, but it sure does look nice.
Its gun is a money printer.
And a confetti maker.
Congratulations, we saved America from the revolutionaries from trying to take over. What now? Well, because of your money printer cannon, inflation is through the roof. So that's a problem.
And also, I think the best scene is the end credit, the after credit speech.
Mm-hmm.
I never heard someone say freedom so much, and like,
Freedom! This! And then we end with freedom. To the freedom of the freedom this.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Except Decepticons. Decepticons, you could just tear their faces off.
Yes.
yes. And man, I wish I can play the speech.
We probably get copyright striked, so.
Yeah. Like I said, I wish I can, but yeah, and apparently I can't find it on yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, animated design is pretty cool. You know,
All
not my
right.
favorite, but it's nice. Also, you know, Michael Wilson with an American flag that's hanging the American flag on him. It looks so nice, and that's about it. You know, Medal of Chaos. Get the game. It's $20 on, I think, on Steam.
Okay.
Oh, it's on Steam?
Oh, it's.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
on Steam, Xbox, PS4.
Oh,
You know.
maybe I'll check it out then.
Yes, get it and enjoy the. I want to say bad voice acting, but I think it just had a bad director.
Okay. But so would you recommend this game?
Yes, of course.
Okay then.
I would
America.
recommend.
America.
Yes, America. Or at least how the Japanese view America.
Inflation is through the roof, but we saved the country.
Oh.
All right.
I.
You okay?
We got one viewer back.
Oh, we got one viewer back. That's cool. Okay. All right. Next up, then, Ninjato.
So speaking of mecha, it's another anime, and much like last time we did 2 cents, it's another isekai. Except this is more traditional isekai that most people know of. So I have been working on like the concept stage for making an isekai mecha, and when I tell you guys about it, comment point out Knights of Magic. So I decided to check it out when I was on the trip to visit relatives down in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
And this is such an interesting experience where it has problems very similar to F91.
Okay.
So the thing is that it's based on a light novel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Crunchyroll has the rights to do a manga. Has the rights to do the manga adaptation of the light novel. So I don't know how much content they covered. But the light novel, to cover the events of this first season of 13 episodes, took 39 chapters.
Huh.
And they're light novel chapters, so they're long.
Huh.
So there's a lot of condensing, where much like F91, the plot makes sense. Like there's nothing wrong with the plot, nothing wrong with the world building.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that
The pacing's fast.
it's a very fast-paced show. So what's the premise? Okay, so this is a isekai where the person got carcooned.
Ah, Carcoon. Nice.
Yeah, so he got reincarnated this time. So instead of like Konosuba, where he goes normal person into the fantasy world, this person got reincarnated as a grandson of basically the principal of this school called Night Runners, where they ride giant knights, which are giant mecha,
Okay.
and they take out demon beasts. Basically, in the first episode, it's giant bug monsters. So very familiar to a certain mecha that I tend to rag on about. Actually, do fall out the meme. And
I thought you were referring to the Andromeda country from Get a Robo.
no, they don't look like a Andromeda country.
Well, I mean, the Andromeda country is also made of bugs too.
Yeah, but I just think immediately thought, oh, this is blue gender. But anyway, so he grows up, and his cheat skill is that in his previous life, he was an expert programmer.
Okay.
So, essentially, once he realized that he was reincarnated when he saw the mecha for the first time, he's basically a programmer who was a huge mecha nerd. Like, he was, when he got carcooned, he was carrying models to build. And so he decided as a child to become a mecha pilot. And the show is not so much what you think of a mecha show.
Okay.
Like, you know how like a mecha show is about the pilot?
Yeah.
This is a more mecha weapons development show.
Huh.
Where like it focuses a lot more about how the main character uses programming knowledge and also engineering about learning about the world's magic system to build better mecha, to basically become a revolutionary mecha, so that he can build the mecha that you see on screen, his personal mecha, where it can fly. It's basically a Gundam with a double face.
Okay.
And throughout there's a lot of characters, and the mecha is very varied. There's a steel jag mecha.
Oh, interesting.
And the prototype is driven via Darling in the Frank system.
Oh, doggy style?
Doggy style and a regular person. And then it just went into doggy style.
Okay.
Just,
That's
Yeah.
That's one way to pilot a robot, I guess.
Yeah, so the animation is very good, especially in the mecha part, like the mecha fights, which is good. And there's plenty of that. There's plenty of mecha fights in there. It is an isekai, so the problem is there's not a lot of heavy conflict. So no characters die. Characters' death is a minimum as possible. And also isekais, they have like a bigger cast, so not like focused development. There are some, and even the theme song is more of the typical isekai upbeat tone instead of like, you know, a mega show where it's like guitar riffs or something.
Well, not every mecha show's like that. Like for example, a lot of the Brave series, their openings are more, you know, of that same upbeat kind of nature.
Well, it's more of like this. It goes like this, totally upbeat. Like it's not like a heroic sounding. It's more like traditional Japanese pop. And yeah, and then it ends with the climax revolves around two weapons development. One revolving around battleships with a giant dragon, and of course our main character is for mecha, and the reason they're fighting is to see whose weapons development is superior and who will be in the next era.
Let's see. What's superior, a battleship or a robot? A giant robot.
It's a giant dragon battleship.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm trying.
Yeah, it ends in like a traditional mecha where there's a war.
I'm just thinking of it was like this one SpongeBob meme where it's like you know, it's like, what would you like today? I'd like a Krabby Patty. How original. Anything else? 2 Krabby Patties. Daring today, aren't we? So it's like, I'll create a battleship. Okay, anything else? But it's a dragon battleship. Daring today, aren't we? Okay, I don't know what that was.
Oh yeah, it's just that ports computer are being wearing out.
Ah, okay.
So this is a show where I first thought about it, I thought, oh, it's a good show. There's some problems. It's like a B tier show. But the more I think about this show,
Mm-hmm.
the more like it's such a charming show. Like there is a lot of problems that like objectively problematic. I'm like, oh, the characters are not very developed. The conflict is heavy enough. Like, where's the death in this? It's a mecha. People are supposed to die. More people are supposed to die.
Not everyone dies in a mecha.
Well, based on the mecha I've seen, it's like yeah, there's a lot more higher rate of mortality. But this is like
Well, to be fair, the shows we watch on Mecha Monday and Micah's server, it's all handpicked by Micah, and well, he has a very specific taste for the gory kind at times. So not all mecha shows have deaths in it. So
yeah, but this show is such charming. And then here's another fun fact, Jangus.
okay.
This is one of the animes that is rumored to be in the new Super Robot Wars game,
Ah. Okay.
which I'm actually personally excited now because there's so many different mecha suits in there that does so many different unique things. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're gonna do with it.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I recommend people watch it.
you recommend it?
It's kind of under. Yeah, I recommend it. It's under. You can watch it on Crunchyroll. You could buy it on Amazon Prime, which I did. I actually did buy a standard definition on Amazon.
Mm.
Yeah, those are the top places for it.
Okay. All right then. With that said, okay, we can move on now to SGD. All right, here we go. So, what's Scarlet Nexus SGD?
Okay, Scarlet Nexus is a hack, slash, and throw everything that isn't nailed to the floor game by Bandai Namco, and some forewarning, I've played this game entirely in Japanese, although there is an English option, so that's the experience I had. Also, I paid $100 Australian for this game, so if I don't like it, you're going to hear what I don't like. But overall, this is a beautiful game, and I don't mean aesthetically. I mean, like, it does a very good job at what it wants to do and tells a very good story. And you play as either one of two protagonists, being Yuto or Kasane, who have different playstyles. Yuto is a close-range melee fighter, and Kasane is a bit more of a ranged melee fighter. They say she's long-ranged, but the game's like 1 meter is a bit of distance. And I don't want to go into story because it's way too long and I'm terrible at recounting stories and spoilers.
Okay.
But the gameplay is very fun, and you basically the premise is you are part of the Other Suppression Force, and you fight monsters called Others, which are very peculiar creatures, and you'd be very confused if I described them in a literal way. The problem is the only way to describe them is in a literal way, like the Ruts, which are armored wheels with more armor on top of that, but the wheels are snakes, also they're two halves of a fruit.
Okay.
So, Gonagai was having a field day.
Maybe. But the enemies do have some charming names like Quail Moil and Scummy Rummy and what's the I'll think of it later. But a lot of the story, without going to spoilers, is about the connections the characters have with each other in sort of a interpersonal and not so personal way. Like the military units they're in, the allegiances they have,
Mhm.
and some of the characters are kind of tropey, like the I hate everyone because I'm prideful and have an inferiority complex, and the I'm your childhood friend and I have something to tell you that I'm too shy to tell you, I'll tell you later character.
So we have one character who's shy childhood friend, which means she's never gonna get the guy, and the other one is Asuka.
He's not a tsundere, at least. There's no tsunderes in the game.
Okay.
Good. But what about yanderes?
Um. Well, there is one girl who
Oh
Like-
no! Oh no!
she really likes the guy protagonist and wants to murder the girl protagonist.
Yep, that's a yandere. We
Yeah,
got a
that's
yandere.
a yandere right there.
She likes the girl protagonist in the way of she wants to beat the crap out of her and keep her as a pet.
Oh.
So Yando Sano dere.
Kinky today, aren't we?
No, it's not a sexual thing. It's she wants to murder you.
Well, you said you say she wants to keep her as a pet, though. Like,
Not that kind of pet. It's like an authority thing.
oh, like
The
what?
mission is to kill her, though.
Ah,
Um,
that's weird. And
Good. We get to kill the. You get to kill the yandere.
do you get to kill her?
another. No.
God damn it!
With the way the story ends, you'll probably never end up killing her.
Ah, well, that's a
Darn
bummer.
it!
I remember another one of the enemies are paws, which are a type of enemy. They are distinguished by their lady legs and things on top of those lady legs, like a vase of flowers.
So is Patrick from the SpongeBob movie where he has the leggings and the high heel boots.
Kind of. Yeah, I don't have much else to say without going to spoilers. Final thoughts. No, I've got my bad stuff to say. There are parts of the game where I feel like it started. The story's really good when it starts, but I feel like it started one act too soon. There are characters who I wish got to see more of. Like, it's not their story, and they communicate things about them well enough. But it would have been nice to see more of them. And yeah, closing thoughts. Like DLC in a sequel, buy this game, and Sugumiya's best girl.
Okay then.
Oh, I did forget to mention about Knights of Magic. You just reminded me, SGD.
Oh.
The waifus, like quality waifus.
Oh.
Quality waifus, a lot better than Cross and.
So who are these two chicks then?
No, the center is the main character, and he, even though he's a guy, he's a trap.
Oh, it's a trap.
Yeah, he's the guy. He's the main character. And oh yeah, by the way, I can't use gun swords in my mecha. He uses it. That's his That's his main weapon. Is a gun sword. Darn it. Anyway, the chick.
Well then use gun swords are overrated. Remember, use a gun axe.
Yeah, of course I'm using a gun axe. But so the chick on the left is the main love interest. By the way, there is no harem shenanigans.
Oh.
So it's only the chick who's in love with him, and he's too dense because he loves his mecha.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like another chick who's like the chesty kind and like has that corset that shows it, but she's like older and she has some feelings towards some another guy. Mm-hmm. And then they're quality waifus. All of them are quality.
Quality waifus, nice.
Yes.
Got a couple more things to say about Scarlet Nexus.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's
Sorry to
fine.
interrupt us.
No, this is a little tangent there.
Speaking of waifus, the waifus are mostly personality waifus, although there is Kyoka, and she's very blessed in the chest, but it's a symbolic thing because she's the motherly figure. Don't perv on Kyoka.
Too late, the internet,
So
too
sh-
late, the internet already did.
Yeah, too late.
so we got a MILF essentially.
Yeah, hitting a little close to home there with the story, Changus.
Oh.
Oh, and we
I'll
lost,
tell
we
you
lost
after
a
it's a
viewer.
spoiler.
We lost a viewer, so there's a viewer who didn't like waifus.
If people do pick up the game with the 2 playthroughs, you can play the game through with one character. Then when you beat it, you can switch over to the other character. But I would recommend alternating between 2 separate save files, one act at a time, starting with Yuto, then switching over to Kasane, to avoid some stuff getting spoiled in the other story, and so things aren't as frustrating, because Yuto's story is more of a mystery where you're trying to figure out information. You ask a lot of questions, and then Kasane's story, you get a lot of answers, and it's more of a thriller where Kasane is acting on that information. And
Okay. Interesting.
yeah, I think that's all I had to say.
So this is a recommend then.
Glowing recommendation.
All right then. Actually, let me just do something real quick. I want to look up how much is 100 Aussie bucks in US.
It's about 60.
60. Oh, so it's about
More around 80. I bought the special edition.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's about the typical price of a a game like that.
You can get it for about 60 US.
Okay.
Or you can get the special edition, which is a bit more. Or the cost of a PlayStation 5 game if you own a PlayStation 5.
All right. Okay, so we got all the review stuff out of the way. Now we're going to move into a little more expand our brains a bit here. Let's talk about a little big brain stuff. A little opinionated here and there. So I guess I'll go. So I guess it's my turn now.
Alright, let me take my mentats.
All right.
To bay or not to bay?
Yes.
That is the question.
That is.
No, it's not. That is not the question.
That is truly the question to be asked here, because okay, so some preface. This is actually kind of old news. I won't lie. I kind of had to delay the 2 Cents show. It was going to be last Saturday, but then everyone was like, I don't think we can make it, so I scheduled it here. Unfortunately, Not couldn't make it this time. Hopefully he'll be here for next weekend for the next 2 Cents show. And then he can cover his Dune stuff. But however, oh god, I hate it when I stutter and just say Transformers 7 was announced several weeks ago. And by Transformers 7, I mean Transformers Rise of the Beast. That is the official title. And I have some thoughts about it. That's for sure. Some very high concerns for the movie. That's for sure. But now if you can't tell by the title Rise of the Beast, it's quote unquote a Beast Wars movie, but not really, because you still have Optimus Prime, but you also have Optimus Primal, who's also being voiced by Ron Perlman. So I guess that's a win. But then again, Ron Perlman voiced Optimus Primal in the Prime Wars trilogy, and that didn't really go anywhere.
And not to mention the new Netflix show.
Actually, I don't think Ron Perlman is in the new Kingdom. I think it's a completely different non-union voice actor. That's
Of course.
yeah. That is the thing about the new War for Cybertron shows. All the voice actors are non-union, so that way we could save on our budget a bit here, get some more money. So
Apparently, we're gonna pay towards animations. Yes, that's the joke.
But
We gotta make them more toy accurate.
So, by the
but-
way, are we watching that when it comes out?
yes, I
Darn it!
no. Listen here. I watched Siege. We watched Earthrise. We suffered through both. We might as well finish the trilogy off with Kingdom.
We only suffered halfway through Siege, by the way. I did.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
We were so bored.
Well, anyways, so the biggest thing that has me really concerned is the fact that the people behind the production of this movie are still uncertain whether or not this takes place in the Bayverse or not. And what I mean by the Bayverse, I mean the Michael Bay Transformers movies, from Transformers 2007 to Transformers The Last Knight. And yet, so this is also the same question that we have been asking since the Bumblebee movie, which should not be, but the problem is, while this is the question to ask, it shouldn't be the question to ask at the same time. Because why are we still trying to connect things to the first 5 Transformers movies? That's a terrible, terrible idea. Because let's face it, those first 5 movies, awful, just awful. You could turn your brain off and you enjoy the fireworks, that's for sure. But then the minute you switch that brain back on and you start analyzing it just a tiny bit, you realize, good God, this is shit. It's terrible. Don't get me started on Transformers The Last Knight.
In Transformers 1, you know how the Decepticons kind of simply got those glasses?
eBay.
Hack it. Yes, hack into a bank account, get $1 million out of the bank account, and bet $1 million on eBay. No, Transformers: The Bidding War.
Transformers: The Bidding War.
And also the timeline, like.
Well,
The
yes.
problem is, if you're incorporating it into the timeline of the live-action movies of the Bayfarmers, I'm watching like streams of people who are watching through every movie and then doing a review of it. The timeline is a mess.
Oh yeah,
even
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
5 movies.
Oh yeah, no. Let me tell you right now, Transformers: The Last Knight utterly destroyed any continuity there ever was in the Michael Bay movies. Okay.
Even in the before then, it was stupid.
Well, yeah, but then Transformers: The Last Knight just destroyed whatever remains. So the fact that you still want to make Transformers: Rise of the Beast, well, you're not certain about the fact that you want to make this into part of the Bayverse or not, is stupid. Because that shouldn't even be a question. Of course you shouldn't make it connected. Bumblebee. Everyone thought that Bumblebee was a fresh, clean slate. It certainly feels that way. Like Transformers: the best part about the Bumblebee movie was that it was its own thing. It felt like its own movie with its own universe, and it benefited from that. And yet somehow the producers, I'm specifically fucking blaming you, Lorenzo. I know, you little shithead. You, especially you, Lorenzo, you're the one who's the executive producer, and you yourself keep going around on these interviews to all these people. So is it connected to Bayverse? Well, we're not so sure. Well, why'd you give that answer? That means you guys are still uncertain because what? The first 5 movies made lots of money? Is that it? Because let me tell you something. Transformers: The Last Knight, despite making a lot of money, that was a failure compared to the rest of the other 4 Transformers movies that came before it. Transformers: The Last Knight.
You said failure?
Yeah, I said failure. Here's a failure button.
Failure.
There we go.
Darn it, we couldn't hear the failure. Failure!
Well, you'll hear it in the playback. Failure. But but you know that's the thing. Why are we still asking this question if it's connected or not to the Bayverse? Here's a quote from the director himself describing Rise of the Beast. So he says, quote, "It is a sequel to the Bumblebee movie in timeline and story, although we're still being vague on the subject of if it's actually set in the Bayverse or not, leaving it open to go either way. It's supposed to be its own thing, though, regardless." And I guess that's fine, right? That's fine if it's its own thing. But the fact that you are is a slight waver in your certainty of whether or not this should still be connected to the first 5 Transformers movies is stupid. Stop it. It's time to let go of the Bayverse, because clearly Michael Bay did, and you could see it. You could see it especially in the 5th Transformers movie. Good God. You could just tell that he could not give a rat's ass about Transformers. So let's not stop asking this question, and let's stick to a specific and certain answer that we know for sure. It would be much better. It would be much better if you were certain for sure 100% that this is connected to the Bayverse, instead of being this uncertain miswashy, maybe not, depending on how well the movie does financially. It's stupid. Ugh. That's
What are you trying to do? Appeal to China?
don't get me started on China. Well, they got a lot of money when they did that. Wasn't a good film though. So that's my opinion. This should not be a question we should be asking. Just be 100% sure that this is part of Bayverse, or be 100% sure it is its own thing. No uncertainty. Fuck that.
To the failure tale with you, Bay. You can join Andrew Jackson.
You could join Andrew Jackson.
Worst of all, it's not even Bay's fault.
It's not.
It's Lorenzo, whatever.
Lorenzo Di Bonaventura. I don't know. It's because again, this all comes from the fact that they're solely depending on whether this is going to be part of the Bayverse or not, based on how financially well it does, and that's retarded. That's stupid. Don't do that. Because you're just gonna turn off fans. You're just gonna turn off a bunch of Transformers fans if you go, this is part of the Bayverse. Because let me give you an idea of what the continuity would be like if this was part of the Bayverse. Okay, despite the Bayverse,
Oh boy, where's my
despite the Bayverse
popcorn?
already being fucking screwed up as here is a perfect example. Let's examine the Bayverse continuity through the lens of Bumblebee. Okay, so Bumblebee, he's on Cybertron. He lost his voice in the Battle of Tiger Pax during the war for Cybertron. Came to Earth, became a World War II soldier. Then we don't know for sure if his voice was fixed on Cybertron or on Earth, but either way, he got his voice back and became a British spy, according to the comics. But then he went back to Cybertron. And also, during the period between when he was a British spy and Transformers: Rise of the Beast, Bumblebee decided let's not do the scrap metal trash design, and let's go for a more clean, simple, friendly, kid-huggy design that everyone loves. And all the other Autobots and Decepticons were like, you know what? Let's go for a more G1 inspired design during that period. And then so Bumblebee then comes to Earth, loses his voice again, thanks to Blitzwing, and then the events of the Bumblebee movie happen. Then the other Autobots come to Earth along with Optimus Prime. So now Optimus Prime and the other Autobots are now on Earth, and they're going to be meeting up with the Maximals in Transformers: The Rise of the Beast. And then somehow Optimus Prime went, guys, we gotta go back to Cybertron. I left the oven on. So they go.
We the one is calling.
So they go back to Cybertron, and we don't know if the Decepticons followed them or not onto Earth. Presumably they followed them to Earth because of the Bumblebee movie. But if so, the Decepticons may or may not have followed them to Earth, and then may or may not have went back to Cybertron. And then on Cybertron, they're like, you know what? This G1 inspired look is stupid. Let's go back to the ugly designs that we're known for in the Michael Bay movies. And then supposedly, maybe or maybe not, Bumblebee could have gotten his voice fixed again? Or maybe not? And then comes to Earth, and the events of Transformers 2007 happens. Do you realize what a goddamn shit show of a continuity you just created? And that's not even tipping into the multiple retellings, retcons of how the Transformers were created, or how long ago the Transformers are on Earth. Because Transformers 2007, this is the first time Transformers ever arrived on Earth. Well, to be fair, Megatron arrived here way earlier because he was following the Allspark, and then
apparently he got unfrozen, go back to Cybertron for Bumblebee, and then he returns back to Earth and is frozen.
Well, actually, here's a funny thing though. Travis Knight, because this was back when the Bumblebee movie itself was also uncertain if it was not part of the Bayverse. Travis Knight was told not to include Megatron explicitly into the movie because Megatron was supposed to be frozen on Earth. So Megatron came to Earth and got frozen. He is the pinnacle and source of all modern technology that we all know of today. So our computers, our cell phones, etc., all came from Megatron.
There was a prequel comic for Transformers that shows Megatron falling through the ice. Getting frozen. So I'm like, okay, let's see. Where's Optimus Prime's keys? I think he left her. Ah!
Also, why? If our technology is based on
Any knives that's trying to cut my hands.
No, you're good.
So, I just thought of something.
Hmm.
So if our technology came from Megatron, right?
Uh-huh.
So if a cell phone hits by the Allspark wave and turn the little transformer, if it sees Megatron, would it say "Daddy"?
Might as well, because according to Michael Bay, the Allspark, despite being a neutral faction artifact, all it does is creates Decepticons.
You know,
doesn't matter who's wielding the Allspark. No matter who's wielding it, it just creates Decepticons.
It would have been neat if if all the I think this is a missed opportunity in the Bay films. There's
a lot of missed opportunities into Bay films cons.
I know. But hear me out. That all the Transformers that were created on Earth, like by the Allspark, be like, yeah, we kind of like this is our home. And we got no stake in this war, so please leave.
But they didn't, and that's
what I'm saying.
But then what I was saying, like, so Megatron comes to Earth in like, what was it, like fucking like 50s, 1800s or something like that, and he gets frozen.
No, he was frozen for in the 10,000 BCs.
Wow, that's okay. So
over 10,000 years. Also during that time, Sentinel Prime, where Megatron and him had a deal, got trapped into space.
But that's another thing. So 2007 established that Megatron was the first Transformer to come to Earth 10,000 years ago, and only discovered Megatron in like the 18, like maybe like early 1900s at the latest, right? And then the Autobots come to Earth and all that. But then Revenge of the Fallen happens, and they show, well, while Megatron was the first Decepticon to arrive on Earth, 10,000 BC, actually, in the days of early Egypt, there were also Transformers called the Primes, supposedly, by the way, precursors to the precursor Transformer race to all of the Transformers, including Megatron, yet they're in ancient Egypt. And so that was the thing, and they had to start the Star Harvester and stuff. But then Dark of the Moon happened, and it goes, well, not only did that happen, but also the moon race was caused by Sentinel Prime crashing onto the moon.
Yeah, even though
that means,
even though he's been gone for 10,000 years, like you apparently left at the same time as Megatron, but apparently his ship gets lost in space, like they went through the war.
And well, there could be multiple reasons. Transformers fans could probably justify like transwarp and stuff, but they don't actually. But the movie's just not going to say that. So Sentinel Prime crashes during the moon race, and then so apparently the U.S. government lied to the Autobots. They knew about them all this time. This is not the first time they worked with them, and then after that, and then after Dark of the Moon, then Age of Extinction. Well, actually, it turns out that during the time of the dinosaurs, the precursor race of the Transformers, known just simply as the Creators, came to Earth, caused the extinction of the dinosaurs, and with their weird metal bomb thing, and then used that to create the Transformer race. And then Transformers: The Last Knight happened, and said, actually, not only that, but also the Creator is, despite seeing that a clearly organic alien hand in the opening scene of Age of Extinction, is actually this weird metal chick named Quintessa, who may or may not be Quintessa Prime or whatever. And also, not only that, but also the Transformers have actually been on Earth sporadically through multiple time periods. Optimus Prime was actually fighting during the Civil War.
What?
Yeah, there was a picture of there was like a Civil War painting, and there's just a badly poor photoshopped Optimus Prime concept art just standing in the middle.
Wait. So they copied.
Okay, what happened to? Did the Transformers just lost their memories? Do they have short-term memories?
Well, that's the problem, isn't it?
So check this.
And that's not even including the tie-in comics, right? Tie-in comics they try so hard to connect everything together, and then Hasbro decided, actually no, the tie-in comics are not canon.
That's messed up. So wait, I just thought, Jenkins, does that mean Steelheart is canon to the movies?
Steelheart?
It's a Transformers alternate universe where Transformers transform.
Oh no,
into
Hearts of Steel.
No, Hearts of Steel.
Hearts of Steel.
No, they're not connected at all. They're part of IDW.
I know. I was making a joke because
But look, Changus, there's only one explanation to explain the Bayformers continuity.
What, Getter Race?
No, Shockwave. It was me, Optimus.
that
I did all this. I used time travel to
Can you imagine if that was the big twist?
But the thing is, honestly, if Shockwave was behind all of it, it would actually, despite being as stupid as it is, it would actually clean up the continuity a bit there.
It's revealed in the third of the new Bumblebee one that Shockwave is the villain, and he was using time travel.
Oh God!
To unleash Unicron on Earth, and thus causing all the different continuities of Optimus Transformers.
I didn't even fucking mention that Unicron was Earth.
Yeah, his ultimate plan is to unleash Unicron on Earth.
Transformers Satan is on Earth. No, it's not on Earth.
He is Earth.
So the continuity already as it is just such a nightmare mess, and yet you still are uncertain whether or not you want to connect it to that continuity or not. Ugh.
Wait. I have a question. Who did it first? The whole unicorn is Earth thing.
Transformers
Prime or
Prime.
Ah,
Transformers Prime did it first. Then Transformers The
Okay.
Last Night ripped off the idea. Yeah.
because I remember in Transformers. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember seeing this.
Yeah, Transformers
Trans-
Prime did it. Unicron was...
No, not Prime. I remember in one of the Bay movies. I think either two. I think it was two where they show like a horn of Unicron on
That was the fifth one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Transformers The Last Night, fifth one, that was when they introduced Unicron was Earth.
I'm just saying, I'm not looking forward to being forced to watch all the movies because you guys are forcing me to.
Oh, we're doing that. We're going to marathon through all 5 Transformers movies, and then we're going to end it off with making you actually sit down and watch the Bumblebee movie because it is a good movie, for God's sake.
Okay, but we first have to go. You have to repair your mistakes, your greatest failure of not having seen it and watch all of Get a Robo Armageddon.
Because he wants to finish catching up to the other shows first, and then he wants to watch Get a Robo. So, anyways,
I have a backlog.
yeah, he does.
Oh, well, you have plenty of time all night, every night.
Well, anyways, so I got pretty worked up there, cause yeah, so now it's time.
Bayformer sucks.
Yeah. So now it's time to end the night off with an even more
Depressing subject.
Well, I don't know if it's depressing. It's definitely something now. Now, because of the subject matter this could open a can of worms to a political discussion, but we're going to try our best to focus more on, again, tackling this from the perspective of just character assassination. But in case we do get political, I do have a button for that. This is thanks to Nick's suggestion. In case we do get a little too political.
So, welcome to the Abyss. Road trip.
So, welcome to the Abyss.
Oh, I was having issues with the stream thing on Discord. What was the button?
It's just a Futurama. It's just a Futurama clip of Zoidberg getting eaten. So, welcome to the Abyss.
Yep.
All right. So how about them immigrants, huh?
What do you mean, gymnasts?
Darn it! I was
damn it,
about
that's-
to find that joke.
You guys are gonna pull that on me? I told you I heard gymnast when you told me to look up the Family Guy clip. I heard gymnast.
How about that dirty gringo?
Oh my god.
Okay. But for all seriousness, this is just everyone's just getting fucking assassinated, and not in the same way Lincoln Kennedy did.
Oh my god.
Man,
I mean,
this
Jeff,
is-
I'm not gonna do this one.
man, this is worse than the time my vice president tried to overthrow me.
How about me? How about me with Julius Caesar? Me, Julius Caesar. I was just walking into the Senate building, and I got stabbed by pens. Freaking pens.
Those pens were sharp though.
Et tu, Brute?
Continue, Nick.
Fuck, I don't even know where I was going with this. Thanks, guys.
You were the one who brought up the damn immigrant joke.
No, well, and then I started talking, and then you guys interrupted me, and then
Well, because look, well, to be fair, I wasn't the one who started the tangent.
Oh, like you stopped at like, oh, what a worse way to assassinate a character, and not like how Lincoln and Kennedy were assassinated.
So basically, yeah, just this is probably the end of mainstream comic books at this point, because like, yeah, when like someone like Captain America, who for like 80 years has strived and fought for the American dream, doesn't even believe it anymore, and when he technically still should after all the shit he's done, it's it's insane. And it's really just character assassination. What's funny is Superman's Truth, Justice, and the American Way.
I remember that.
At one point, he stopped doing that because he renounced his American citizenship and, and became an Iranian citizen.
What?
Yeah,
Wait, you're serious?
yeah,
He's an Iranian citizen?
he was.
Okay.
This was
Why
before.
Iran?
This was before New 52.
Wait. What? Why an Iranian citizen?
But you
I
could have gone with England, France,
I don't
Russia.
rem-
What was?
I don't remember the full context.
Okay.
That is like the worst character assassination. Hey, I'm not for truth, just in the American way, where I've been growing up and where all my ideals sprung from. I'm gonna go with Iran. You know, the people whose government right now hates this one group of people who wants to kill people. That no one really likes, even people in that local area.
Changus, you might want to press the button.
So, welcome to the Abyss. Road trip.
And what's sad is that, like, these characters had their legacy of being, like, these were, like, the all-American, like, superheroes. Like, these were, like, the ideal characters that all Americans should live up to be. And, like, and basically just the whole, like, giving up kind of thing is insane, because these characters are, like, the ones who just would never give up. Literally, the whole fucking speech, like the whole fucking, when people tell you to move, you plant your feet in the ground and say, no, you move. Like, for crying out loud. And it's really the writers who are doing this. And it's not because, like, oh, this is, like, supposed, and, like, really, all of this is just coming out of left field, because the people who are currently writing, like, the mainstream comic books don't like comic books, nor, just
The
the country. Not just the character, the country. Like, because we live in a time where everyone just hates everything, despite it's a bright, beautiful day outside, and this one person hates it, essentially. And it's really, it's mostly because comics nowadays aren't stories; they're soapboxes. People just spend their day, basically, instead of writing stories for the character, people are writing lectures and having the characters fit around it. There's just, and they won't even care about previous characterization, because that's not the point. They want someone. They would get anyone they want. They don't want to make new characters, or like they want these characters. They want to make story about these old characters, but they just can't but like the stories they have, well, lectures, are just something that would not fit in these stories. So they make the characters fit around the lectures, even at the detriment of the characters, and really that's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like remember, and like you can do all the stuff you want to talk about, like questioning America and like what's going on with America with these type of superheroes. Like, this is shit advertising. On Wednesday, me, Changus, Zianek, not
Mm-hmm.
read a Captain America storyline called Cap No More, and in that storyline, the whole premise is that a bunch of bureaucrats during the Reagan administration called in Cap to basically said you have to work for the government, work for this board, and give you missions, and Cap refuses, and he gave up the shield, and so they passed the shield on to another guy, and all crap breaks loose. And like throughout that story, it was like questioning the authority of like this commission, and it contained political commentary. It had Snake Reagan.
Snake Reagan.
They literally turned Ronald Reagan into a snake at one point, and it was fun. Like that's the thing is like they had these criticisms, but they knew it was a comic book that has like long storylines or like fun, crazy plots.
I mean, you got the fucking guy who literally, like, when 9/11 happened, the guy looked out his window and felt nothing, and even said that the 9/11 first responders were inhumane to fucking write this book. Well, not necessarily this one specifically, but they got him to write for Captain America at one point.
Wait,
That is-
Aubrey Sitterson? I thought he was the G.I. Joe writer.
I'm talking about Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Oh, because I
Paul, you mean?
Oh, see, I was.
Didn't he say they were subhuman, not inhumane?
Oh, that's worse.
Well, whatever they were. Yeah.
Subhuman. Oh yeah, that's so much better.
So I was thinking back to Aubrey Sitterson when he was writing for G.I. Joe, and how he said pretty much you have no right to talk about 9/11 if you weren't actually there on ground zero, which is stupid, and so he got fired for not writing G.I. and off of G.I. Joe. Supposedly, apparently, according to like his Twitter and stuff, this is mostly through watching your boy Zach. Apparently, he had a 180 turn, and he's now actually not being a dick.
Huh.
Apparently.
Apparently, he learned his lesson.
Apparently.
But like you got Ta-Nehisi, no, Kevin. You got Kevin Coates to basically destroy Captain America, and now he's gonna destroy Superman.
Wait, yeah, the Black Superman thing.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, he's writing
the
Black-
J.J. Abrams Superman movie.
He's writing Black.
Oh.
He's writing Black Superman.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I purposely blocked that out of my mind because it's just like, okay, ignore that movie.
I think
Like,
most of us
Black-
did.
Superman?
Yeah.
The Black Superman.
Ta-Nehisi Coates and J.J. Abrams, they're making a movie about a black Superman. Did they say Michael B. Jordan was playing Superman?
I don't think so.
Because I remember that was like a casting choice they were considering, Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I don't think so because he was even because Michael B. Jordan was actually critical of Black Superman.
Yeah, that is a stupid choice. Like, honestly, it's like not because they're just making a character black, but it's just they're just like having. It's because they have Ta-Nehisi Coates writing.
Yeah.
Almost any other writer, I would much rather watch a movie from. I'd much rather watch a Zack Snyder movie, Black Superman, than Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Because Ta-Nehisi Coates can't write black characters.
What's funny is that it'll lead into next 2 cents. But because of your next topic, but these guys are just not fans of comic book characters, and that doesn't automatically mean that'll be bad. And but they don't bother to try and understand why anyone likes them. And they just want to lecture people.
It's like they outright hate. They're so like outright hateful of the character, and they're petty.
Yeah.
They're like that petty, hateful character that just hate, like, think, oh, you nerds, you like this? You like this awful thing? Here, let's just give another, the comic version of a people's history of the United States.
So, like, I mean, Captain America, the dude fucking punched Hitler, for crying out loud. The dude...
He punched Hitler.
Yeah, he punched Hitler. And the dude has literally, for 80 years, has fought for truth, justice, in the American way. That's Superman's line, but it also very much applies to Captain Steve Rogers. And the fact that he's just now giving up on America, when it's probably like ironically the best point in American like life, because like, you know, I mean, we got past the majority of all our like problems. There's still problems, of course, but like the major ones, like Jim Crow, that's gone. Women's rights, rights not being, like, women not having rights, that's also gone. They have rights now, but that's what I'm trying to say. We haven't had a fucking like civil war in years, decades.
That's probably what Tim Pool says.
A century. Over a century.
Yeah, like, over a century, yeah. And we're constantly getting better. And now Cap is like, it's not worth it. The American dream is a dumb idea. That's not Cap.
Because we have
Cap.
issues.
I wasn't done talking. Sorry.
Ooh. All right. Let's calm down. Let's calm down.
Fuck it, I don't even want to say what I want to say anymore.
No.
Sorry about that.
No,
Finish.
It's fine.
Not worth it.
Okay, well. All right.
I'm sorry.
Look,
Could you please finish?
It's the flow is broken, Ninjato.
All right. Look. Everyone, just calm down. All right. Let's calm down. If Nick doesn't want to talk anymore, that's perfectly fine. All right. Let's move on before things get nasty. All right. Yeah. So. Yeah. But Nick has a point. You know, this is it does not make sense, because these people don't know how to write these characters anymore, and I'm certainly not looking forward to a Ta-Nehisi Coates Black Superman movie, where Superman can't apparently Superman is not going to believe in the American way because he's black. Cause
we're gonna have an obligatory scene about him getting pulled over by an officer.
Cause at the end of the day, Captain America just apparently doesn't believe in Superman. Captain America, all these heroes, they don't believe in America anymore.
That's not Clark. That's not Steve.
Cause that's just Ta-Nehisi Coates' writing.
They're shells. They're just microphones.
Yeah.
And that, yeah, I think that's all I could say.
Yeah. All right. You're gonna say
Also-
something? Comment?
Yeah, Captain America. I don't know. He said at one point, if your country's right, keep it right.
Mhm.
If your country's wrong, make it right.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, but even when the country's wrong, he try to get it back on track.
Steve doesn't give up. Nomad
Yeah.
does, but not Steve.
Yeah, well,
God,
Nomad
Nomad.
is an asshole.
Oh God, no, Matt.
Oh yeah, we hate Nomad. All hail the holy D-Man,
Oh my God.
the Chad D-Man.
D-Man is great.
And by the way, we found out that he's gay. So D-Man representing the greatness of America.
The best gay superhero. Suck it, Midnighter. Not in that way.
I'm lost.
Oh no, Micah's gonna be mad. But the
Serena's in the chat. Calm down, Nick. Yeah, don't worry. It looks like everything's fizzled down now. No need to worry, Serena. We're fine. We're fine now.
it was my bad.
Long story short, Ta-Nehisi Coates can't write black people. You know who can write black people though? And this is completely pure shameless shilling for a guy we all know and love. Cause why the hell not? You know who?
We're
can't-
all simps for him.
Yes, we are. We're in his Discord server because you know who can write black people better? Micah Curtis.
Woo!
That's how you shill, baby. That's how you shill for people. So yeah, Micah Curtis, his new book, Inglewood Book 2, it's $2,890 out of $1,500 funded, but don't worry, 26 days to get your copy of the book. You got all these different tiers and stuff, so you can back it, you can give your support, and look at that art right there. Mwah! Look at that coloring, it's beautiful. And guess what? This guy right here, the Saint of Inglewood, Elijah Wallace, that's a well-written black character by Micah Curtis, a fat white guy. When a fat white guy can write black people better than another black person, that's a problem.
Correction. He's a black-white Jewish guy.
Oh, wait, really? Coates is Jewish?
No. I'm talking about Micah Curtis.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
SGD, make the meme, but you don't have to use my face this time.
Yeah.
Damn it.
You have to press the failure button on yourself.
Okay, fine. Hold on, give me a moment. Let me prepare the failure button. Here we go.
Failure.
Alright, there we go. Failure button. Oh, look at that. SGD put the link in the chat. Nice job, SGD. That's why I made you a mod. Alright. But yeah, this completely shameless shilling for a guy we all love. Look at his art. It's great. Look at that. Just hey, you guys hear something? Just pops up. Sup. Surprise.
Surprise, mother effers.
Look at that. They're shooting. They're all scared. They're shooting the door and then just unscathed. What the hell? How is he alive? What the hell? Yeah. Look,
Want to actually talk and do a brief review of the first book?
I do have so I have a script written already for a video review for the first Inglewood book. I'm going to need to make some changes now to it though, since Inglewood Book 2, the campaign, is now out now. So I gotta just make some minor tweaks, and then I gotta start filming some stuff, and I got a new camera too to start filming it. So, but yeah, so Inglewood Book 2, you could back it now, and so not only 19% funded, but that's okay. You got 26 days to get this book funded to see a book about a superhero, a black superhero, that's written better than Ta-Nehisi Coates. Go check.
I want book 2 to happen because of one reason.
Oh yeah, fuck Carlos.
F Carlos.
So if you just know a guy named Carlos, just a random guy, and you don't like him, there's a guy. The main character of this book beats up a guy named Carlos. Probably not the Carlos you know, but something. But if he wants some catharsis, yeah, he'll beat up a guy named Carlos.
Because I won't spoil it, but in the first book, Carlos does something really fucked up. So in this book, yeah, he's
made me mad.
He's Carlos this time. He's gonna get what he fucking deserves.
Yes, and I hope that he's gonna have at least one page of a beatdown, one whole page of like a JoJo style beatdown. So I can play the track, play like the Giorno beatdown track.
But yeah, shameless plugging aside though, that's it though for this 2 cents. We've covered our topics. We got again. I just say that we would get a little spicy towards the end, and things certainly almost heated up there. But thankfully everything subsided. We're cool now, and but next week, hopefully, Not will be here, and hopefully we can all be here for another 2 cents. And then next week, we'll be covering more topics. And let's just say, and again, give you a little peek. Next week, I will be covering not something directly related to the Black Widow movie, but just something that came up that is related to the conversation about the Black Widow movie. So I'll leave it at that. So
yeah.
So you guys want to say your piece?
Again, sorry, Zunic.
Dude, no, Ninjao, I don't stay mad at friends.
And there you go. SGD comment, you got.
Oh, SGD, you have to show this now. SGD made it.
Okay, hold on. Wait, let me. If Discord will let it load, God damn it, Discord. Why are you the way you are? Let me. Here, we'll end the stream off with showing the picture, the meme that SGD made.
Before we show the meme, I would like to say to my fellow Americans, in this next election, vote for me.
Vote for you.
Yes.
If you promise us
you see, I have something.
If you promise us we're going to be piloting giant robots, then I'll vote for you.
Yeah, everyone gets a free mech.
Yeah, vote for me. And
okay.
because my opponent doesn't have a giant mech.
Oh, there you go.
Are you having a hard time? Are you having a hard time with Discord?
Me? No, I got.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for a comment to finish what he was going to say, so I could show the meme now. There you go.
Go ahead.
Look at that.
I'll just say, buy Scarlet Nexus. Tsugami makes it all worth it.
There you go.
I suppose if I were to say something, your heroes are dead.
They're gone. They're not coming back.
Yeah.
At least for now. They could come back in the future. But right now, they're gone.
So
they're going to.
Yeah, they're unfortunately gone.
No.
So
They're
not.
just going through a phase. They'll come back one day.
It's probably gonna be a long time though, Comet. So really, let's face the fact that your heroes are dead. So instead, it's time to raise up new heroes, like Micah Curtis's Inglewood Book 2. Look at that, plunkless shaming again. That's how you do it.
Yes.
I am indeed, and I am very proud of my plunkless shaming, shameless plucking right there. Look at that.
I am proud to be a simp for Micah Curtis.
Because he is a great writer. He writes black characters better than Ta-Nehisi Coates.
And also, be sure to get 3 nights, 4 days.
Well,
When book 2 comes out.
Yeah, when book 2 comes out, the part 1 though for 3 nights the campaign already ended and it's no longer in demand. But you can get a book 2, and there you go. Oh, look at that! SGD even put Micah's video of heroes being dead. Damn, SGD is on top of his game right now.
Yeah. All right. What's done?
All right, but yeah. So yeah.
SUD, he's quiet but efficient.
Yes, he is. So we'll leave it here. You get to see the lovely meme. And yeah. So other than that, make sure to like and subscribe and do all that jazz. Thanks for stopping by. And remember, if you want more content like this, make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to check out the second channel, where late night streams and other stuff not related to 2 cents will be archived. See you there.